We good?
Yeah, we're on.
Are there any other solutions that you think that we haven't mentioned yet?
Okay. Some of the solutions that actually have been mentioned, as I've talked before, that the people that are leaving the houses do some unsightly things. One of the things is that maybe we can actually get UMW's clubs involved in cleaning up, not after the party, but say maybe every weekend on a Saturday or a Sunday morning. Just go out there and clean up to show that the community that we are doing something. We care about the community. I mean, it's just our community as well. So this would be a volunteer, and this would show that UMW is participating in such actions.
Yeah, that solution has been implemented in other larger party colleges where it's like D1 football and it's like really bad, and they'll have a club, key club or whatever, come pick up after the partiers. And as well as the solutions, what do you think the final goal for this whole interaction should be? Like, what should we all take away from this conflict?
Well, I feel like this should be solved because this has been an issue from many, many years ago. Probably back in the 1900s, they had the same issue. Solutions were giving out. It was died down.
Yeah.
Here it is. It's back up again.
Do you feel like it's just been boiling up? Goes through a cycle?
In a sense, it does go through a cycle because many of the community people don't want to talk, nor do the students want to talk. As I said, it's that communication issue that's going on between the two. The solution, I would say, is I want this solved. I want the community to understand that students will party. And I want the students to understand that you do live around people that have daughters and sons that are like 5 or 6, and the vulgar language you're using is inappropriate, as well as the noise at 2 a.m. when the people have to wake up at 5 a.m. I mean, you do have to take into consideration the neighbors that you live by. So that would be very important if the students can understand that they're neighbors, and as well as community understands the neighbors of the students.
Do you think a goal of this should be to implement permanent structures to increase communication between the community and the students so that it isn't a cycle?
Can you elaborate more on permanent cycles?
On permanent structures,
Yes. Sorry.
I'm thinking, I guess, some sort of a club or some oversight and like programs of some sort, like making students talk to their neighbors, that sort of thing, and calling your parties into the police. It's just kind of like, you want this solved now,
Yeah.
but if it's a cyclical thing,
It's going to end up
then
somehow
it's going to happen
winding
again.
up once again.
If this is like a 1-year program.
Many of
you
the
know,
solutions that
they'll
we're
stop
looking
complaining
into
and-
seem to be permanent. The safe rides, we want to make sure it's permanent because, I mean, as we witnessed at James Madison University, the person that was killed because of a car, we want to avoid that. When people are coming back from parties, we want to avoid that as much as possible. As well as safe rides, we want to make sure that people that are drunk aren't driving or aren't walking by themselves. We want to avoid any potential issues that will come in the future, such as well as trying to get the email list fixed. That's another permanent thing we're trying to get fixed so that when we know who lives in the community, we can email them if anything's going to happen, or if anything is happening, we can email them directly and only those students. So many of the structures that we are solutions that we are trying to do seems perfect. Bless you.
Thank you. It was. Cut. No.
Do you think these responsibilities should be kind of, I guess what I'm saying is, the responsibilities of all these programs is being put upon you and like the SGA, and they should just be reiterated every year, or should there be some sort of new student position, that specifically has oversight on these issues and programs that might be implemented?
I feel like it's not being implemented just on the 5 people that I have mentioned. I feel like it needs to be a universal, in a sense, UMW-wide initiative to try to fix this. I have initiative because these people are members of my club and I have to somehow help them out, such as the LAC, because they deal with community interactions. So that's his job. And SGA is just student government. So I mean, that's the overall students. So I mean, I don't feel like one student should be taking part of this because 3 heads are better than 1. So, and having administration involved as well from different sectors is really important because you have these different views that can be input together.
So it's kind of a committee.
In a sense.
I think it should be a reiterating committee that meets and talks about these issues.
Community issues?
No, it's a committee with all
About
these,
college
all these
heights
different
issues personally,
heads.
or?
Yeah.
I feel like there's more issues out there than just college heights. This is one that's come up prominently, but there's more issues than just college heights. I mean, we have many parking issues that are going on. We have as well as the student center issues, as well as I forgot that one building that's going to come up, issues, Convergence Center. So all these issues, and just having a committee for one issue particularly is, I kind of feel like a downside. That's why you have these positions to deal with all these issues.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about. As a committee, it's a committee of all the positions you mentioned.
I mean, in a sense,
That
but it's
meets
like
when there's a
unofficial,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like, let's all talk about this problem. And then the
That's
problem
basically
goes
what
away.
happened is we talked about this and
Yeah.
tried to get permanent structures in.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about prohibition? Do you think it should come back?
Is this relevant to our
Do
discussion?
you believe, you said before President Hurley should be impeached. Would you like to elaborate on this?
No, not at all.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You are